Okay. 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 Sure. Please check the YouTube.
Hello. Hello, everyone. Very good evening and good morning to people from different countries and different time zones. We are really happy to see all of you here. Uh, I will introduce myself, Saket from King's Academy, director of the academy. I'm very happy to introduce our chief coach and the trainer of today, International Master Srinath Rao is with us. He wants to teach us different motives here, different opening motives, different ideas of opening traps, opening motives of F7, H7, how to demolish your opponents very quickly in the opening if your opponent plays some mistakes. It will be a session with interactive live questioning and also the explanation of the opening and why they have been played. And the level of the class will be a little of beginner to intermediate level, may not be at an advanced level. And yes, we are also doing the same live in our YouTube page. And I will request our coach, Chief Coach Srinath, to start his lesson now. Srinath, I'm handing over to you now. Thank you.
Hi guys. Good evening and good morning to some of the time zones. How are you guys doing? Yeah. You doing good? Yes. Good. Okay. So we will be starting our lesson today on chess openings, and we are going to work on some tricks of traps and pitfalls and so many ideas we will work today. So first thing, I have a small request for you guys. Uh, when you're writing any questions or queries, try to write in the of the coaching portal which you are using right now. Please write in the chat of the coaching portal, not in the Zoom, because it's very hard for me to see both the chats. So only if you write in only one chat, it will be more convenient for me. So better write only in the Zoom, sorry, the coaching portal app. Okay, everybody got it, I guess. Okay, so yes, you can write it down. Any questions? You can write it down. Radha Charan. Okay. Okay. Let's go now. So what are we going to work today? So before we start the openings, I want to discuss you some important points of the opening we always need to remember while we play a game. The first thing we have to remember, always develop your pieces. Okay. First of all, whenever we open up a game, we should always try to develop as many as pieces possible. Correct? So how will we develop the pieces? So there are some ways you can develop pieces. First, we can develop the pieces on the king side. Okay. And how to develop? This is a very big question everybody has. So first I will show you. If you see the screen on the chessboard, these are the four important square of the board. Okay. This is known as center. So in this center, whenever we develop any piece, whatever moves we make, it should always be related to covering and controlling these four squares, which is known as center. Okay. So for example, if you see any openings played by any strong players, grandmaster, international master, world champions, or anybody, they always play on these four squares. So when you have seen that some players play d4, some players play e4, some players play knight f3. So you see all these things are done here by players who strong players are done to do the control over the center, all these four squares. So these four squares are very very important for us. Okay, so whenever we develop the pieces, we should develop in such a way. Some of you might already know this idea, but just trying to give you a small uh, idea about how to develop the pieces. Okay, now let's start with our new some games. Let's discuss some games and let's discuss some ideas also. So here we have the first game for today. White plays here e4. As I told you, first we will be controlling these first four key central squares. So e4, black is also trying to control the key central square, which is e5. So after e4, e5, knight f3, developing his piece, knight c6. Again, you see whatever white and black are doing here are trying to gain the control of these two squares. As I already told you, the center is very very important. Whenever you develop the piece, you have to develop in such a way controlling the center. Okay, let's go how the game continued. d4, e takes d4. See, both of them are challenging. So here there is one interesting move. We can capture knight takes d4, and this is known as Scotch game. But here there is very interesting idea, bishop c4, which is known as Scotch gambit. Yes, yeah. Hi, is my audio all right? Can you please write it down? Okay, guys. If you cannot hear me, if you have to connect through audio, some people have not done. Make sure you join with audio. Let me write it down a second. Okay, so we played bishop c4 here, and this, as somebody already told me, that it's a Scotch gambit. Correct, this is a Scotch gambit. And after bishop c4, there are so many moves which black can reply with. So if black plays bishop c5, this will lead into Geico piano. It's a very very famous opening. I think you might have already know this opening, what it is called. This is Geico piano. White plays sometimes here by playing castling. It will lead into the positions of max lange attack. Let's go back. Let's see what happened in the game. There is one more move here, knight f6, which is known as two knights defense. Okay, this position usually gets converted to two knights. So there is a move, bishop b4, which black tried here. Be aware, kids. These mistakes can also be done in your real games. So after bishop b4, white plays here a very interesting move, c3. So now he is sacrificing some pawns and trying to gain as much as control over the center. So after this move, what did black play? Black captured d takes c3. Well, this is a mistake. How should we continue from here? Any suggestions, guys? Hmm, double zero is a very interesting move. Pawn to pawn, good. B takes c3 is one of the good moves here. So you recapture and attack the bishop. Now the knight bishop has to move somewhere. And there is a small trick here. Bishop goes back and there is a winning move. Let's see if you guys can find a winning move. I will give you 2 minutes. Okay, come on, guys. Let's see who will do the first. You can make the moves on the board if you can right now, and there is a time as well. Come on. Okay. Okay, three people have already solved. Very good. Sarah, Anitej, and Sarvesh. Very good, guys. Keep on. Come on, guys. Everybody, come on. We can do it. Excellent. The attempt is keep on. Yeah, very good. Guys can make move as well here on the chessboard. Come on. 10 more seconds, and then we will. Okay, let's go now and let's discuss this. Just a second. My computer is a little bit slow. Sorry about that. Okay, sorry. There was some problem and it took some time. Sorry, guys, about it. Okay, so here Queen D5, as so many of you already guessed here, and some of you already saw Queen D5. With the support of the Queen and the Bishop, we are going to do a checkmate on F7. Okay, so this is the threat. We are going to do checkmate on F7. So how will Black continue? So Black continued here with Knight at 6 to protect the pawn, and then We will remove the defender by capturing bishop takes h6. So after bishop h6, g h6, and then there is a checkmate on f7. So you can checkmate your opponent by using this trick early in the opening. How many moves was it? Maybe something 9 moves. And you checkmated your opponent in just 9 moves. Okay? Okay, let's go and see another game. How to checkmate our opponent so quickly. Okay, so this is a game of a Scandinavian defense. So e4, or it's also known as counter, center counter. So e4, d5. Okay, e d5, taking the control. Well, d5 is usually known as a little bit dubious because in Scandinavian, the queen has to come out very early. And according to the opening rule, we know that we should not bring the queen early in the opening. So that's why developing the queen early in the opening is not recommended because we always attack the queen. Let's see here, knight c3, the queen has to move. So white is giving early lead in the development. Due to that, black has to move his queen again. In the opening rule, we already know you should not move the same piece twice. And now black has moved his queen again. So doing this, there is some problem for black because white is having a lead in development. Like here, bishop c4, knight f6, queen e2. So we see white is developing his pieces, improving his positions, and taking control over the center. Black plays here c6, trying to keep some space for his queen to go back and not get into any troubles. White goes with knight f3, developing his pieces again. And here black plays a bishop g4. This move is a mistake. So after this mistake, white takes this advantage. See, usually there are like some kind of ideas you can feel when your opponent plays bishop g4. There are always some tricks like bishop f7. So this is the trick you always need to keep on your mind when you're playing. So with bishop takes f7, there's always a chance of discover attack. Always remember this discover attack is very useful and you can find this kind of moves a lot in your games. So after bishop f7, king f7, knight e5 check, and you get your bishop. You get the free bishop here. Okay, always remember. So uh, this kind of always discover attack threats are possible on bishop takes h7 or bishop takes f7. These are usually you will find in your games. So let's see what happened in the game was here. King g8, king ran away to g8, and now white won his bishop back by capturing knight takes g4. So what did white achieve? White achieved one extra pawn, and white got his bishop back. And the third thing is black's king has moved, so now he cannot castle. His king is terrible. So after this, black played knight d7. So after knight d7, there is a question for you. Okay, I hope you guys remember what I showed you right now, the same trick. I'm going to ask you again. So can you guys do the trick? Let's see if you can do this or not. Okay, guys, I'm giving you 2 minutes. It's white to play. Come on. Very good. Hmm. Excellent. The quickest was Sanjeev in 8 seconds. Very good, Sanjeev. Sarah, 1 second, 9. 1 second late. 9 seconds. Very good, both of you. Sanjay, very good. Anitej, Duva, good. Guys, very good. You're doing very, very good, all of you. Hmm. 21 already solved. Very good, excellent. So you guys were keeping some concentration. That's why you got it so quickly. Very good, guys. Okay, 45 seconds more, guys. 10, 15 seconds more. Come on, guys. 10 seconds. You all can do it. You have already worked on this. Come on. Okay, let's see the position. What happened? We already saw there was bishop takes f7. So this we already saw, and I told you there is always a discover attack when your opponent moves his bishop to g4 and try to pin us. We can always unpin ourselves by using discover attack. There are so many options. You have to be careful. Sometimes your opponent might recapture it, so you need to be careful. So after here, knight e5 check, king g8, knight g4, knight d7. Okay, somebody asked me here a question. Sir, queen c4 is it working or not? So the thing is, with queen c4, there's a small problem, guys. That is, your opponent can bring the knight in between. So, like we already know these rules, when how to get away from a check by using CPR, right? Do you remember what is CPR? The CPR stands for capture, protect, and run away. So when there is a check, we can just stop the check by blocking. So by using this block method, there is no more checkmate. It's not a checkmate anymore. So we should have played here the correct move, queen to c6, e6, and queen e6 was a checkmate. Yeah, king e8 is also a correct move. It's also can be played, but you're already having an advantage. Extra pawn, king has already moved, and that was our main motive. See, opening traps only work if your opponent has blundered, okay, or else it won't work. Okay, queen d5 is not a good choice here because the knight is already here, so we can capture with the knight. If he moves queen d5, you can just capture with knight. So queen d5 is really not the option we will play here. Okay, guys, let's go to the next game and let's see more opening traps. Okay. Okay, I will show you one interesting opening trap which world champion everybody us already know who is. Do you know Vishy Anand? Yes, right? So once Vishy Anand also fell in an opening trap and he lost the game in 6 moves. It is most famous game and like everybody knows this game. Let's see that game. Vishy Anand's game, okay? So this was a game of just a second. I will be showing that game. Yeah, Zapata, Alonso, and Vishy Anand. So what happens in this game is White plays e4, black plays e5, knight f3, developing their pieces and controlling the center. As we already discussed, this is what we should do when we start a game. One second. Okay, so after knight f3, knight f6. So here black was Vishy Anand, and this is a very famous trap. So when black played knight f6, white capture, knight takes e5. This opening is known as Petrov defense, or also it's known as Russian defense. Okay, so after knight captures pawn, black played d6, kick away the knight. This is the opening. So white moves his knight back to f3, knight takes e4. So who can tell me what are the main options for white here? There are like three main moves which white can play here. Okay, Sarvesh, d4 is correct. Knight c3. Okay, good. So d4 is one of the main move here. Another move is knight c3. And there's also one small sideline, well, which is very good for white. Also has a very good results, which is bishop to d3. All these three moves are possible for white to play. Here white played knight c3, which was the most strongest move of this position, which is more aggressive way to play, and usually it's more aggressive because after knight c3, dc3 we will capture, and usually this bishop develops to e3, and then queen moves to d2, and you do a long castling. So after long castling, it's always a opposite side castling, and we all know how opposite side castlings are. You always attack on each other and see. Okay, let's go back. Here Anand made the very big blunder. He played here bishop f5. So, guys, can you tell me which is the correct move here? Hmm, already found. Very good. Very good. Very good, Radhacharan. You did in 8 seconds. Very good. Oh, wow. Somebody did in 3 seconds. Excellent. Anitej, very good. 3 seconds is very good. Very impressive. Come on, guys. 35 seconds more. Okay, guys, time's up. Time's up, guys, time's up. So here the correct move was to play queen to e2. With queen e2, we will pin the knight on e4. Yeah, so after queen e2, we will have, we will pin the knight and knight cannot move. Queen e7 is also possible, but after queen b5 there is a very strong trick. And after queen b5 the bishop is hanging and black is losing. Okay, so that's why after queen e2 Vishy Anand resigned. So this was like the game, like a quickest game of very super grandmaster can play. In 6 moves the game was finished. Okay, let's see another game. So here e4 d6, this is known as perk defense. e4 d6 d4 and b6. So when your opponent does not follow the principles and play irregular moves, so what should we do? We should just follow the principle, just develop our pieces in a natural way. Always remember, first develop the pieces of the king side, then go for the queen side pieces. So after b6, knight f3, knight d7, bishop f4, g6. See, he's not developing his pieces properly. So now we need to punish him. So again, bishop c4, bishop g7. So let's see this thing. Here right now we are learning about target on the f7 pawn. So when your opponent makes these moves, loose moves like bishop g7 and not developing the pieces and creating more weaknesses, we have this very brilliant sacrifice here. Bishop takes f7, and after bishop f7, king f7, we have this move, knight g5 check. And when king moves back to e8, we have knight e6. We will win the queen. And now you can see, guys, the queen is trapped. So after knight g5 check, black will move his king to f6. This is the best move because even if he goes to f8, we will have knight e6 check fork. Not here, sorry. Yeah, if king f8, we will have this fork of knight e6 check and we will win the queen again. So this is not possible. So black plays king to f6. So what should we do now? Hmm, let's see. So the king has developed outside. I mean, we have made the king come outside from his camp, and now he is coming closer to center. So what should we do? So always when we get a positions like this, we always try to think, how can we bring his king to our side of the board? How can we push the king away from his pieces? So we play here an interesting move, e5 check, pushing the king outside, and after e5 check, de5, d e5. And if knight cannot capture because queen is hanging here, so he has to move the king again. So where can the poor king move? Only on one square, which is king f5. Okay, king f5. And how can we fight for win here? By giving this check on d3. Now the king has to move. And after king f4, what should we do? Yes, correct. Come on, guys, 30 seconds. Okay, very good. So there are two ways to play this position. Okay, one, we can give knight e6 check and there will be a fork. And another move, which you guys already guessed, queen g3. Queen g3 is also a winning move. So both of them are possible. And let's see after king f5 what happens. Okay, there's so many ways we can do the checkmate. But yeah, one of them is knight e6 to win the queen, queen g3 to do the checkmate, and also queen e4 is also possible to do the checkmate. We will see all of them. Okay. Yes, Jacob. Yes, 1 second, I'll show you what to do about it. King f5. Give me 1 second, guys. 1 second. Sorry, I'm back. So yeah, here after this position, knight e6, we will win our queen. Another way to win is queen g3 check. King f5, you can give a check to queen e3, king g5, and then push the pawn to h4. King goes to corner, we give a check, and king moves the only move, king h5, and you have a checkmate on g5. So it's very easy to do a checkmate when king is coming to the center. So this bishop f7 sacrifice we are working on today. Okay. Later I will show you another idea of bishop takes h7 or the Greek gift ideas. Okay. So you guys, this is another interesting game. This was played in 1 second. పొజిషన్స్ ని మాటి మాటికి నువ్వే వచ్చాను చేయమంటావు అదే చెప్తున్నాను give me 5 minutes guys just having a small call 1 second చెప్పాను yeah no I mean it's like not able to end. I mean, so many times I have to just wait and it's just keep on loading. Hello? Okay. No, I mean, I think I can do the normal way. I can just give them the openings, but it's very hard for me to ask any question and then end it. I can just show them the position and I'm like, this is that is also a problem. Hmm. If it is more number of moves, it's getting stuck. One move also is getting stuck. అది కూడా ట్రై చేశాను అది కూడా ట్రై చేశాను I also tried that one also. Yeah, but I just tried, Anna. I just tried, and it was frozen. అది కూడా చేశాను ఇప్పుడే చేశాను అది కూడా అదే చేశాను Hmm. Okay, okay, okay. Hello. Sorry, guys. Sorry for the inconvenience. Just a moment. We are facing some technical issue here.
Hi friends, I'm Saket. I will be joining Srinath along with you to comment or to show you the moves. Srinath, now yeah, tell me what you want me to do. I will be helping you.
Yeah, there is some small technical issue. I don't know, sir. I mean, whatever I'm making the moves, it's little getting frozen.
Okay, now
Yeah,
now 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 you wanted to make my moves, right?
yeah,
You can tell me whenever you wanted to make. Yeah.
sure. Okay, so here I wanted to show you this game d4. Yeah, so d4 g6. So this is kind of going into King's Indian defense. So d4 g6, knight f3, bishop g7, c4, c6. So we see here white is also trying to gain the control over the center as well as black. Black has played g6 and tried to go a little bit slow, but still the main purpose is to take these two important central squares. And with the c6 move, you can see black is still doing the same thing by taking the control over the d5 square. So whenever we play, we need to control the center. So after c6, knight c3, d5, bishop f4, black recaptured here, d takes c4. So what should we do here? How to take the control of the center? Any guesses, guys? You can write in the chat quickly. Come on. Okay, a4 is one idea. e4 is good, Darshit. Hmm. Okay, black plays here e4 to take control the center. So this is very important move. After playing e4, see now white has a very strong control over these four squares. The knight is controlling the d5 square, another knight is controlling e5 square. The knights are also controlling the d4 and e4 squares. The bishop is having the control of e5 square. So you see all three pieces already having the control and also with the two pawns on in the center. So after this move, black played bishop g4. So I told you in the last time, if you remember, whenever black plays bishop to g4, always remember there is always a threat of bishop into f7. So we'll capture bishop c4 and trying to target the f7 pawn. So if black tries to play something like bishop takes d4, what should we do? We can just capture queen takes d4 because the pawn won't work. We will win a free piece. Okay, so black can do e6 here to stop the bishop f7 idea. But what is the problem with this e6 move? Hmm, anybody has any suggestions? Okay. Yeah, we can play bishop e5 here also. It's also interesting, guys. Very good. d5 is also a very good move. d5 trying to gain more control. It's a very good move. So yeah, with this d5 move, we can break the center. Very good. Good idea, Sarvesh. So here, by seeing all these ideas, Black capture bishop takes f3. So after bishop f3, we will play queen takes f3 and trying to attack on f7. You can see there's a small discover attack by bishop f7, king f7, and then bishop c7. To stop this idea, black plays here e6 to stop the idea of bishop into f7. And as you guys already found the ideas previously when black directly played e6 instead of bishop f3, the same idea will play here d5. Okay, so after d5, black will play here e5 to stop the attack on e6 pawn. Well, but this e5 move is a blunder. There is a way white can fight for win here immediately. Can you guys tell me what is the idea? Can we do here? Good. Bishop takes e5. Then after bishop takes e5, we have d takes c6. And now you can see there is a checkmate threat and also the attack on b7 pawn. And after cb7, you'll win the queen. You'll make a queen. Okay, good. I will ask you a question here. What will happen after the move queen c7? Okay, guys, I gave you 2 minutes of time. It's white to play. Very good. 5, very good. 7, 10, very good. Good going, guys, very good. 'Excellent, guys. 1 more minute. Come on, we have 35 more unattempted. Come on, attempt, guys. Try at least. Never give up. Always try. 10 more seconds. Come on. Okay, good.
Srinath, I have ended. Maybe you can refresh your screen once.
Okay. Okay, so you guys found the correct move. Bishop e5, bishop e5, dc6, queen c7, and after this there was a tactic. The correct tactic you guys found. Queen takes f7. So with queen f7, you're deflecting your opponent's queen, and then you will make a queen on a8. That's a very good idea you guys found. Queen f7, bishop f7, king f7, and cb7. And now you will make a queen. Very good. Very good idea. Okay, before we go, I'll give you a small position to solve. Okay, so this position, guys, is white to play. Okay, come on, white to play and win. Very good, Aaron. 10 more seconds. Let's see who is leading today. Joseph Tom 56, Aaron Sanju 53, Radhacharan 49, Sarah 48. Okay, so the answer was long castling. With long castling, you can capture the rook and give a check. It was a trick. It was played by Sutowski, this idea. Okay?
Okay, Srinath, I think are we good today?
Yeah, we're good today.
Guys, so I hope you all enjoyed the session. We love to hear feedback from you. So can you just message in the chat box if you love the lesson or if you like the lesson? We are very happy to know about it. Can you please message us in the chat box, please? No one? Not in response tab. You can use the chat box in the coaching portal, guys. Wait, I think, yeah, I have enabled the chat. That's great. Wow, thank you. Thank you, everyone. Good, guys. Thank you so much,
Thank you
everyone.
very much, guys, for
And
tuning in.
1 second, Srina, just
Yeah, sure.
I would like everybody, thank you everyone for your participation and wonderful feedback from all of you. And as well, I can see that everybody liked the session. If anybody liked the session, I have sent a message in Zoom, I mean, the coaching portal chat box, and also in the Zoom chat box, a review form. You can review that if you love the lesson, you can please, we are very happy to listen your review here. And I especially thank Srinath Rao for accommodating us and showing a lot of fantastic opening traps, which is the opening motive of F7. There are many motives or many opening traps that Mr. Srinath is very good at. If anybody wants to inquire more, you can contact me in the email or in the website or in my phone number. And as well as you can give some review in my page that I have shared with you. I have shared again everybody the link. You can give some reviews in that. Okay, guys, have a nice day, wonderful day. See you everyone. Bye bye.
Bye.